Hey YouTube, this is Chris McGuire. I just wanted to share some of my experiences in this world with whoever's out there looking to do their research and take their time doing things that maybe I've done already, and I just want to share my experiences with you. So back in 2019 I bought this Ram. Actually, it was really close to the end of the year, and we were out shopping. We had an 05 GMC Sierra 2500 with the Duramax, and we loved that truck, but it was due. It had 300,000+ miles on it, and it was time for us to get into something else. When I went to Dodge, to the local dealer, they said, "Oh, we're having a 0%." And we were already a little upset with GMC over a Suburban LTZ that we had purchased, and it really wasn't everything that it should have been, and they didn't stand behind a lot of the flaws that it had. So we were moving to a different brand. So as I'm looking at the 2500s, I asked about this truck right here that was sitting next to a bunch of them, and the salesman says, "Yep, that's on 0% too." And at the time, I really wasn't doing a whole lot of heavy work with the trucks. Now I do, and not long after I bought this truck, I started to. So we ended up buying this truck. I think we paid $65,000 for it, 0% interest, no brainer in my book. I sell sheds for a living, and I ended up using this truck a lot over the years, installing the gravel pads. So I'm pulling the trailers, dump trailers, and I'm pulling the skid steer around, or the tractor. And this truck has done a lot of heavy lifting for us. As you can see in the back, we're also horse people, and the truck has done a lot of trailer pulling. Now this is a new to us horse trailer, and this is why I'm selling this truck right now. So this truck, this is a almost 44-foot, 3-horse slant with full living quarters, like a 19-foot living quarters. It's huge, and I was a little concerned about it, but we hooked up to it, and the truck held it pretty well, but it did squat it. So we were at the point of, well, what do you do? Do you bag it, or what do you do? Put more springs on it? So I want a level ride. So started looking around. This truck's got 125,000 miles on it. It has not really given me any issues other than the DEF system setting off the check engine code. But that's because I didn't understand what I was buying, and I was coming out of that 05 GMC that didn't have any emissions like that on it. This truck with the DEF system, that was a brand new thing to me. I'd been putting it in tractors at the farm, but really wasn't paying attention to trucks. So I kind of made a purchase not really knowing exactly what I was getting into, but figured I'd figure it out on the way. And I pretty much did, with the exception of I didn't do my homework. I didn't realize I was supposed to be putting additives in and this and that. So the DEF system gave me a check engine light for quite a while. I recently got that figured out. I was using the Hot Shots Extreme diesel, and it's done great. And we had the code reset, and boom, there you go. She's been off for about 3 or 4 tanks now, and the truck runs great. So anyways, the next truck is also another Ram. We've been happy with this truck. One thing I didn't know when I bought this truck was that they actually made 2 style engines: the high output with the Ace and transmission, and then the standard. So this is a standard, and it's probably why it was the last one on the lot. But I'm here to tell you, with 125,000 miles on this truck, I would say 60,000 miles has been pulling trailers. And usually my load's, 14K dump trailer, and usually it's loaded. So just know that I have had zero issue with this engine transmission combo. I'm not scared of it. I am going into the Ace and transmission just because that's on the truck that I'm purchasing. I'm doing this at the off time of the year, as you can see. obviously I'm not doing any work this time of the year. I'm probably done working for 2 or 3 months. But I'm making the purchase because it's that time of the year where I think you get the best deals. Now, I might be wrong, and you can put it in the comments. I might be totally wrong. So that's what we're doing. Now, I feel really slimy after having to deal with a car dealership. My car salesman's a really nice guy. He's actually made purchases from me, had me do work for him, and we got that relationship. I'm sticking with him, but the dealers, all these dealers getting this way overpriced, the invoice and this and that. I did have to press them and go to several different places to get my trade-in value that I wanted for my truck, that I needed for my truck. I have a lot of equity in this truck. I got 0%. I put a lot down. So the story is that they offered me, I think, $24,000 on trade-in for this truck with 125,000 miles on it. And this truck is just getting broken. And when I say that, I never really understood what it really meant. But if you get in this truck and go drive it, and then you get in a brand new one and go drive it, you will say, oh, this truck is broken. It feels nice. It rides nice, drives nice, shifts nice. So it is just getting broken, and it's a great truck. There's no reason. It's got the sport paint on it where the bumpers aren't all chrome and all that. Unfortunately, I am buying one that has all the chrome on it. Hopefully I'll be able to afford to do some upgrades, like wrap the bumper or buy new bumpers and have the surrounds around the radiator painted or something. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. But the deals this time of the year, the prices, they're a little bit more hungry to sell the trucks around Michigan this time of the year. Now, you're coming into here tax time here shortly, and I assume that they're going to jump in price and be a lot firmer on prices and stuff like that as people get their tax money back. So I ended up going to 2 or 3 different dealerships, getting quotes for my trade-in, and then I used that as leverage against them. I ended up getting $30,500 for the truck, and I got to keep all of my accessories. So what that means is I bought these, they're actually Ram brand. You can't see them right now, but they're Ram brand side steps. That was close to $1,000. I bought the flip back tonneau cover. I'm happy with it. So that's coming with me. I bought this drop down step. I call it the old man step. And I love that thing. That's coming with me. My mud flaps. All that stuff comes up to about $4,000. So usually once a dealer sees these things and they give you, if they give you a trade-in value after you show them all these things, you're not going to get to keep any of it. In this case, I used that as used the other pricing, and I came up front with the other dealers and said, hey, look, I want to keep my stuff, so keep that in mind. And nobody had a problem with that. So in actuality, in my mind, in my pocketbook, I feel like I've got close to $35,000 for the truck. That's a big ways from the $24,000 that they offered me. So as far as this truck goes, I think I went through, this is the 4th set of tires, 125,000 miles. The first set went, geez, they went a long way. I think they went like 65,000 miles. And then from there, the other brands that I used, I tried Cooper's, and right now I got a set of tires on there that actually cost me $700, a little less than $700 for the entire set. And they have held up just as good as any other tires aftermarket that I've got. Brakes, 3 sets of brakes on this truck. Probably because I don't know how to drive a dually, somebody will say, or same way with the tires. It's just the way it is. They went a really long ways on, I think, 80,000 miles on the first set of tires, or brakes, and boom, front brakes left and right. And it is expensive to do the rear brakes. I can't afford to let the dealers do any of that. So the shops, here recently we had them put on an extreme duty brake pads, and hopefully I got that figured out. Next time around I'm going straight to extreme duty, because this truck does a lot of pulling. I'd like to let it sit as much as possible when I'm not pulling. That's my everyday driver. It's an 08 Toyota FJ Cruiser with 255,000 miles on it. That's my cruiser every day. I love driving this truck, but it is expensive. So the next truck, I'll be running the additives in it, but I'll be running the Ram additives, the suggested additives, just keep the warranty good. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm happy with the truck. Not a whole lot of downsides. I just wish that I knew more things. You got to change your CCV filter. Nobody told me that. Nobody. So I have an engine light come up, then you got to go to the dealer, find out why, and the next thing you know, they got you. Now I know. I actually carry one. First 25,000 miles, they'll change the exact same filter as on this truck right here. So hopefully that helps somebody else out when purchasing a truck or thinking about what to buy. I'm going up to the ASIN. I'm not saying it's an upgrade personally, because I have had zero issues with this truck. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a question in the comments. And I'm on YouTube quite a bit because I do YouTube videos for my sheds. They're not public, they're private, but off of my website. But I'm going to start doing a few videos like that, because I do feel like I have a lot of life experience, and if I shared it with somebody else, maybe I can help somebody else down the road. And that's what it's all about in this lifetime, is trying to leave this earth better than you found it. If you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up in the comments. Thanks.